Welcome back to Bama Bang. Today, as you can see, we're talking about AR-15s. There's a lot of questions about AR-15s that you probably have, especially before you go out to make that one big initial purchase. If you've never bought an AR-15, which is probably most of you who are going to be watching this video, which one do you buy and why? We've got 4 different kinds out here. We've got the Smith&Wesson M&P 15 here. We've got the Ruger 5.56. We've got the Oracle from DPMS. And we've got a Bushmaster. We're going to be comparing and contrasting. There's a lot of different questions. These are highly customizable guns. You have to ask yourself, why am I getting the AR-15? Am I just going to take it out to the range and shoot it? Is it going to be hunting for coyotes or hogs, for example? Are you wanting to get into long-range hunting? Are you just wanting an entry-level AR-15? What do you want? What is my money going to buy me? We're going to go over all that here in this episode, so stick with us. Okay, DPMS, the first one. DPMS obviously stands for Defense Procurement Manufacturing Systems, or some people just know them as Panther Arms. They're headquartered up in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and they've actually were bought out by Remington, and they're building these things in Huntsville, Alabama, right here in the great state of Alabama now. But this is an older version, and as you can see, you don't have any deflector. Right here, you have no forward assist, you have no dust cover. It is just very basic. You have your bolt, you come with a very basic backstock. This can be replaced, but the good thing about these DPMSs is that they're cheap. They're cheap comparatively. This is the cheapest one out of the 4 that we're going to review today. And another thing, I've actually purchased one of the newer A3s, and it comes with a dust cover, a deflector shield, and a forward assist. And I got a good deal on it. It's actually one of the newer ones that's been built here in Huntsville. But also, it doesn't have your forward sight, which is good if all you want to do is go out there and put a sight on it and do some quick shooting. Some of the other ones that have the large forward sight that can't be removed, you have to figure out a way to get over that or see, or maybe it blocks or obscures part of your scope. But it is what it is, and this is a great gun just to get you in the game. Okay, now we'll look at the Bushmaster, and Bushmaster is one of the older players in the game. They've been making these back, when Armalite and Colt were making these things before a lot of the other ones like Smith&Wesson and Ruger and DPMS were as big, especially in ARs, or they had even released an AR. But this is a good entry level. It's got your carrying handle. You've got a front sight. If you were going to mount anything, you would obviously have to take a lot of this off and get some Picatinny rail systems in. It does have your dust cover, your deflector, forward assist. It's got a decent hand grip here. I will still probably replace the entry level, what it comes with as in terms of a buttstock. But it's a good gun, and probably on the upper end of what you would pay for these 4 guns. This would probably be the most expensive one. You can remember the ARs shot way up in price when you had those tragic shootings. But that was before, and everything shot up to about $1,000, and then you had a lot more players get involved and start building these things when everybody thought they were going to get banned, and that brought the price back down. But good gun. I have no qualms about the Bushmaster. All right, now we're going to look at the Smith&Wesson model M&P 15. This is Smith&Wesson, obviously their AR-15. It comes with actually Magpul back sights that flip up. They're ambidextrous. You can access them on this side as well. And those are nice. I like those. It does have a deflector so for your shells when they exit, but it doesn't have a dust cover and it doesn't have a forward assist. So those are negatives. And out of the 4, this is probably the second most expensive, at least in our area it was. And then of course you've got your typical cheap, not extremely firm buttstock that I would replace, and if you want Picatinny rail systems. But that's the Smith&Wesson quality gun, though. It just lacks some of the features that I would call standard and necessary in a entry-level M&P, or in a standard level entry-level AR-15. And last but most definitely not least is the new Ruger 5.56. We all agree that this is by far the best choice for the money that you can start out with. Comes with a little shield here on the Ruger. Ruger actually has their own sights that they include with it, as opposed to the Magpul sights. They're not ambidextrous. You can only activate them from this side, but they're very decent. We like them. And one of the best things is your hand grip. It is much better than the other ones, and it's something new that they've been doing, but it feels solid, it feels good, ergonomics are great. Still would replace the buckstock on all these guns, but it's a good gun. It comes with your dust cover, deflector, and forward assist, so it has all the things you need to get going. It comes with nice back sights to start with, excellent hand grip. You would just need to replace that if you wanted to, but I mean it's usable, you know. But now we're going to take these out and shoot them and show you a little bit of the differences and how they operate and which ones we like better on the range. Alright, now we're going to shoot a few of these ARs and just kind of see how they operate. We've got a variety of targets down there, from a disc, plow disc, to a helium can. We got a barrel of water, baseball, Bob the Zombie. We got a variety. I think you'll like it. This first one I'm shooting is the DPMS, so let's see how it runs. Got a failure feed on the second one. Let's try again. Okay. So that's the DPMS. Had a failure to fire. We'll look at that for a second, see what happened. All right, well, you can see we had a light primer strike, and that's the reason why the round didn't go off. Okay, here's the Bushmaster, and again, we're firing Monarch 55 grain. I'll be aiming at the target on the right. I'm gonna put it on the helium can. That's the Bushmaster. Alright, now we got the M&P 15 from Smith&Wesson. These actually come with the Magpul back sights, so rear sights. Gonna see how it operates. We'll be firing at the wood and the disc. Now the disc. And we heard a ricochet on that one, so we're not going to shoot at it anymore. Back to the wood. And that's it, we're empty. Alright, and finally we have the Ruger 5.56, the one I think comes with the most options. You've got your deflector, you got a dust cover, they come with their own proprietary back sights. So we're changing magazines to Toolman Tactical, which is made here in the great state of Alabama. Pretty similar to the Magpul. Make sure we're seated. We are not. Okay. There we go. Gonna aim for the baseball. I don't know if I can hit it, but. Alright, we'll just go for the can of water. Launch the baseball. Alright, we'll just go for the can of water. Launch the baseball.